Good evening, folks. This is Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project on Sunday, November 5th at 11:15 p.m. Mountain Time, 2017, giving you a grand solar minimum update. Typhoon Damrey hits Vietnam, leaving 27 dead, 22 missing. Let's not get this confused with the Texas shooting at the church. This is the grand solar minimum. Typhoon Damrey hit South Vietnam on Saturday, November 4th, 2017 as the strongest storm to hit that part of the country in 16 years. At least 27 people died. 22 are still missing as of Sunday morning. Damrey made landfall near Nha Trang as a Category 2 hurricane equivalent on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. This region normally spared typhoons that typically hit further. Not has experienced a typhoon as strong since 2001. Heads up, 27 dead, 22 missing. Spuddy hell, freak flash floods only seen once every 100 years destroy Irish farmer's crop as he loses 100,000 pounds of potatoes. Literally. Dongil Seamus's Lynch says that a 65-acre spud crop turned the fields of rotten mush after a perfect storm which involved a once-in-a-century downpour coupled with a spring tide. Here we have record flooding and crop loss, as predicted. More flooding records out of Penang. If you don't know where Penang is, it's in Malaysia on the northwestern coast. I'll leave you links. Highest rainfall in history. Penang records the highest rainfall in history. This is not even breaking a record. This is the record, folks. Georgetown. The rain which lashed Penang overnight is on record to be the highest, 45 millimeters more than the previous record of 270. That is a crushing record, and these records will only continue to be broken in Malaysia and elsewhere. Seismic update, Redoubt volcano popped off today with a 5.1. We've had a 5.0 in the Northern Marianas, 5.1 in New Caledonia, and as an aftershock. We had a 5.0 in Pucallpa, Peru, and then interesting quake in Grenada here, a 5.4. This is a pretty large quake for Grenada. Typical Soda Springs, 3.3. If we come over to spaceweathernews.com, we can see the solar wind stream here. The speed is dropping, and we're waiting for the northern coronal hole to hit us, in which case that will jump. Solar wind speed will jump and we'll go back into geomagnetic storm. But all the volcanic activity we're about to look at is because the K-index was at 0 all day yesterday. And if you saw the seismic monitoring video I put up earlier, I talked about the worldwide volcano news for today. Fuego, Sinabung, Sabancaya, Ducono, Reventador, Popoca, Tapeto, all erupting. I'll leave you links. There's warnings and alerts in the forecast office in Cleveland, Ohio. Folks, look at this. This is the map in Ohio. Look at the yellow warnings. This is a tornado watch in November 5th. This is a tornado watch for November 6th. This is crazy. This is the grand solar minimum. First snow hits as Britain faces for icy North Pole winds that could send temperatures plummeting to minus 10°C next week. The Cairngorms and eastern Scottish Highlands was picture covered in snow as odds of a white Christmas are slashed. The first snow of winter has hit Britain as the country braces for icy winter North Pole winds that could send temperatures plummeting to minus 10°C next week. Cairngorm Mountains in the southeast Scottish Highlands was pictured covered in snow as the UK prepares for more of the same. What are these poles here? Just to hold on to? Interesting. There you can see the snow in Scotland. So all you people that were looking for it and said that global warming, blah, 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 it hasn't snowed here in decades. It's November, 6 weeks out from winter, and it snowed. Let's talk about summer in the southern hemisphere. This is what summer looks like. Summer's headed to Australia, but first there's some snow left. Severe weather brings hail and masses of snow to north, southwest, south coast, and snowy mountains. Heavy rain and hail have lashed the New South Wales south coast and Sydney's southern suburbs, with the same weather pattern bringing a big dump of snow to Perisher, just 25 days out from summer. Snow has been falling at Perisher since early morning, with the ski resort dropping to sub-zero temperatures and 7 centimeters of snow recorded by lunchtime. Grand solar minimum much? Record early snowfall hit Spokane. That's in Washington in North America, folks. The fall leaves and pumpkins weren't the only ones caught off guard by the winter wonderland we woke up to this morning. The phones were ringing off the hook, says Affordable Tires' Kevin King. Business at Affordable Tires has been booming. Thank you, Grand Solar Minimum. Afternoon burst of snow expected Monday. Weather feels like November. Now, guys, I want you to take a look at this graph. This is a blog by Paul Douglas on weather. And this is the November snow for the Twin Cities. That's Minneapolis, St. Paul, in Minnesota. Look at this amount of snow from 1986 to 96. That was during the peak of global warming. I guess their models are off up there in the Twin Cities. Needless to say, they're headed for normal snow, and it's snowing there currently. Tsunami and earthquake warning, Indian Ocean. Asia's sixth sense prediction. Huge tsunami could wipe out Asia. Man with a sixth sense predicts devastating earthquake. Well, we can use data, geologic evidence, and probably do a better job than this guy. Because anyone can say that a volcano is going to erupt and the tsunami will hit at some time. And they might be right. Alarm bells are ringing in Pakistan after a man who claims to have ESP sent a letter to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi predicting a cataclysmic tsunami by the end of 2017. In his letter sent in September, I was reading that. Babu Kalyagili warned a devastating earthquake could shake the Indian Ocean in December and trigger a massive tsunami which would affect 7 Asian countries, including Pakistan and India. And while India media may have laughed off his warning, it seems the government are not taking his letter lightly, as officials have started preparations to deal with a potential natural disaster. I'll leave you links to this. ESP. Guys, here's a snow forecast for the next 24 hours. The blue areas are 4 to 8. So we got snow in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, South Dakota, a little bit in northern Nevada. Here's the current snowpack during your global warming. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, do so now. Share this video with like-minded people. It's the middle of fall, and there's 3 feet of snow in 3 states. Be safe.